everyone. Learning styles and learning strategies. These are two important terms that we usually refer in the area of teaching learning process. Learning styles and learning strategies are most important factors that we should take care of in teaching learning process. Learning styles and learning strategies are the same or different? The answer is learning styles and learning strategies are not same. They are different from one another. Learning styles are general approaches, or we say the way a child learns, in which way the child intends to learn any topic. That general way is nothing but learning style. For example, some students always like to learn through listening. That is their style. They don't like watching TV, they don't like observing teachers' lesson. Every time they want to learn through listening. So this is auditory learning style. And some students are there. They always like to learn any matter through observation, through watching, through pictures. That is, they get information. They always like to learn only through observation. That is their style of learning. They come under visual learners. That is visual style or spatial style. In this way, there are different learners are there in our classroom. We have to aware about them. Some learners are auditory learners, some are visual learners or spatial learners, some learners are kinesthetic learners, and some learners are tactile learners, and some learners are interpersonal learners, and some learns through intrapersonal learners, and some learners are verbal learners, and some learners are mathematical learners. That is, learning styles are nothing but the way or general approach a particular child use for learning any topic. That is his wish. For example, myself, I would like to say that I always like to learn through listening, because I remember any difficult topic through listening more easily than reading. So I come under auditory learner. That is, my learning style is auditory. So in this way, there are different learning styles are there. Number one, auditory learning styles. Second, visual learning style. They learn through observing. And kinesthetic learning style. That is, they learn through their body movement. Some students learn through body movement. You know that if I ask any student, please rub the board, some students come run fastly and they pick up the duster and wash the board. So they come under kinesthetic learners. And some students always like to play kho, kabaddi, any kind of. They always like to learn through body movement. So that type of learners are kinesthetic learners. And some next learning style is tactile learning style. Tactile learning style is nothing but some students learn through hands-on experience. That is stitching, making doff, and whatever we learn through our hands, with our hands, that type of learners are called tactile learners. That is, tactile learners are those learners, they use their hand often more and more in number while learning. So those are tactile learners. And some learners are interpersonal learners. That is also one learning style, that is interpersonal learning style. These learners always like to learn through discussion. They always like to learn in groups. So that is interpersonal learning style. And some learners are intrapersonal learning learners. Those comes under intrapersonal learning styles. They learn single, they learn always alone. They don't like to learn with anyone. They learn in solitary, single learnings. You know that some students always learn by sitting single at some place. Those learners comes under intrapersonal learners or solitary learning style. This is. And next learning style is, that is mathematical learning style. That is, they always learn through reasoning, through analysis, through logic, through thinking. So these learners comes under mathematical learning styles. And next learning style is verbal learners. They always learn through using words in speech, or it may be writing. They always like to use words for their learning. So these learners are called verbal learners. That is, their learning style is verbal. So in this way, there are different learning styles out there. So next comes about learning strategies that we have to discuss in the next audio. And after that, we have to discuss about the differences between these two, that is learning styles and learning strategies. Thank you, one and all.